Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Chaos Bros podcast. We're so glad that you came back to join us. I would like to announce we are now up on Spotify. So the first couple episodes released exclusively on YouTube. Spotify is now up, and I have uploaded the previous 2 episodes to Spotify. So starting with this episode's release, it will also release on Spotify at 8 a.m. Central Time on Monday. So if you don't have time to watch the YouTube video, or if you don't care to pay for frickin' YouTube Premium, because Premium lets you turn your phone off while you're listening, you can just go to Spotify. Create a free Spotify account. You can listen with your phone turned off, listen while you're cleaning, listen while you're working, whatever you got to do. So if that works better for you, that's great. We are on Spotify now. And Spotify also now supports videos for podcasts, so you can also watch it if you just want to watch it over there too. But anyway, so we have done, this is episode 3. Our first 2 episodes, we did our Spider-Man rankings in our first episode. That was part of the first one. The second episode is our MCU rankings. So we have finished what we're going to do for Marvel for now. And today we are doing our DC rankings, every single DC movie, not exclusive to any era, just every DC movie that we've ever seen. So with no further explanation, we're going to head into our first segment. It is Keep 3, Cut 3. We're going to try to do something like this, or a blind ranking every single video, just as like an icebreaker before the rankings lists. So today we are doing Keep 3, Cut 3 superhero suits. And we will have images to show each other, and I will pop the image on the screen for you guys as well, just in case you need a refresher. So I'm going to read Logan his list first. He is going to rank which he's going to keep and which he's going to cut as he is eating his granola bar, chocolate bar, protein bar, or whatever it is.
Nutri-Grain.
There we go. Something bar.
Something bar.
All right. Let's see. The first one I am going to give Logan today is Captain America from the first Avengers movie.
Ooh.
So the really comic accurate type Captain America suit.
I'm going to keep that one.
Keep that.
I like that one.
All
That
right.
one's a good one. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a
All right. He has kept Captain America from Avengers. So, moving in next, Logan, we're going to give you Professor X
Okay.
from Multiverse of Madness with his big yellow wheelchair.
I'm going to cut that one.
Okay.
The chair brings that down a bit.
Now, that is the comic accurate chair, and
Oh, I like his X wheelchair.
that's from X-Men 97 too.
No.
So if you watch that
Yeah.
show, you get kind of a reference of it.
No.
All right, he has cut Professor X from Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Next, we are going possibly one of the best suits ever
Cut.
to ever be in live action.
Cut.
You're okay. You're
I'm
cutting
kidding.
right
I'm
away.
kidding. I'm
We're
kidding.
cutting it. We're cutting it.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Possibly one of the best live action suits ever.
Cut.
We're going bat nipples.
Oh. Yeah, we're cutting that one. Wait. Is that George Clooney?
It's George Clooney from Batman and Robin.
Okay, we're cutting that one.
It is bat nipple suit.
Nipples don't do it for me, dude.
He is very straight.
That suit does not do it for me, dude. I
Okay.
hate that one. That was a dookie.
Next, we're gonna go.
But
Okay.
no, I'm kidding.
No,
no.
Logan
No,
is
no. What is it? What
Okay.
is it? What is my?
We've gotten some of the bad ones out of the way.
Okay.
We're gonna give you some
Some.
good ones,
Some.
or all.
Oh
I don't know.
Okay.
We got some bangers coming up.
Give me that, dude.
We are gonna give you TASM 2.
Now, as you guys know from my Spider-Man videos, I love TASM 1.
TASM 2 suit.
Would it be a sin for me to cut this?
It's your personal ranking.
But am I screwed? Like if I get rid of
No, I'm telling you, I got some bangers coming.
Okay.
Like you're gonna like some of them. I'm just being.
I think we're gonna cut that one.
Okay.
We're gonna cut it. I was right. It's the eyes for me.
So he has cut one of the most highly regarded Spider-Man suits that I think people just genuinely like. But
No.
TASM 2 he has cut.
I'm-
So you have to keep these final two. So we're going to see if you're okay with it. But you have cut so far Professor X Multiverse of Madness,
Yes.
George Clooney from Batman and Robin,
Yes.
and TASM 2.
Yes.
You have kept Captain America from Avengers 1.
Yes.
Your next keep, and this is a little controversial because he's a villain at times, but he's also a good guy at times in this movie, but I wanted to give this to him. Magneto from Days of Future Past.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keeping that. You got to keep that. But
Yeah.
I would have kept that. I think that's a good one.
I love Michael Fassbender. He's great.
All right. No, that Magneto suit is one of my favorite superhero black villain suits ever. That's up there with TASM 2 for me. I love that Magneto suit.
You know,
All right. Are you ready for your final cut?
you mean keep?
Or keep. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
because you cut TASM 2. Are you ready for your final keep? I think you probably would have wanted to keep TASM 2.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
He says no. So I'm going to put it on the screen right now. And Logan, the suit that you have to keep
What?
is Human Torch
Okay.
from Fan Four Stick.
Oh, I'm not fine. I'm
That is full.
I'm
Full.
I'm fine with that.
Well, suit.
I'm fine with that.
No, you are not. Say you're not. Say you're not. My gosh. You like that suit?
Yeah.
Oh my. More than TASM 2? That is a horrible suit.
I mean, like it needs some details, but
It's
don't give it. No, I'm keeping that.
It is
dude.
just black.
I'm keeping that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm keeping that. I'm fine with that.
Oh my
Hot
goodness.
take. I don't like TASM 2's suit. It's one of the worst ones.
That is horrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That is just awesome. All right, so to recap, you kept Captain America from Avengers, Magneto from Days of Future Past, Human Torch from Fan Four Stick.
Uh-huh.
You cut Professor X
Yep.
from Multiverse of Madness, George Clooney from Batman and Robin,
Mhm.
and TASM 2.
Yep.
We're going to get some hate comments. I already know it.
Okay.
All right, moving on to my list.
Your list. All right. We're gonna hit it off with a banger.
Oh no. Oh no.
X-Men Apocalypse
Okay.
suit.
Oh, for Magneto?
Yeah.
Okay, I like Days of Future Past better. I'm glad you went Magneto because I thought you'd consider him a villain too. So I'm glad.
No,
you
I
went
put
Magneto.
him on there.
Good. All right, because that's the one I was iffy about. If you considered a villain, or
He's a hero. Towards the end, he's like Darth
yeah,
Vader.
he's both. But yeah, I'm gonna keep him. I do
Yeah.
like the Days of Future Past better, but
Okay.
it's
Apocalypse.
very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So I'm keeping Magneto.
Mm-hmm. All right. I don't know how to spell apocalypse, so we're just gonna op.
AP.
Right. I think we're gonna hit another banger
Okay.
on here.
Let's get some bangers.
We've got Batman the Animated Series suit.
Okay, this is my hot take. Logan likes Fan Four Stick. I'm not a huge fan of the design from animated series.
No,
I'm
you're
gonna-
cutting.
I'm
You're
gonna-
cutting. You're cutting Kevin Conroy.
I'm
You're
cutting.
cutting him.
Well, there's some other
No,
renditions.
no,
No, it's not cutting Kevin Conroy. It's cutting his suit. Because I like some of his suits from other Batman projects he's involved in. I just don't like that suit. I'm cutting.
All right. All right. We're gonna get another banger
Okay,
on here.
okay.
We've got Doctor Strange 2016 suit from the movie.
It's really good.
You know,
What do you have coming?
I don't know.
I don't either, but it's got to be a keep. I can't overthink this. It's got to be a keep.
Yeah.
I know you probably got two more bangers, and I'm only going to be able to keep one of them. But I mean, that's got to be a keep, doesn't it?
Yeah. All right. Our next one that I think is very cool.
Okay.
We've got, and this is a movie I just watched.
Okay.
We've got Superman's black suit from Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Easy cut for me.
Easy cut.
Easy cut for me.
Okay.
I don't like that suit. I don't like anything about Henry Cavill's design at all. I think he was okay as Superman. I don't like anything about the design of from any of the movies. Man of
Okay.
Steel, Batman vs Superman, Justice League. I don't like those designs.
Okay.
So that's easy for me.
That's easy?
That's not even hard for me.
All right.
So Superman.
Now, I don't know, but I really like this one, so I hope you.
Okay. Down to one cut, one keep.
We've got Batman the Brave and the Bold suit from the animated show. Now I know you don't. You said something about the Batman animated series, but this
No,
is
I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one. I like Batman, and this is why I like Ben Affleck's Batman, and you'll see kind of what I have to
He
say
had a
about him
similar
today.
suit in The Flash. I
Well-
like that one. Yeah.
I like Ben Affleck's Batman a lot because of how chunky he is. I like when Batman's like this big hunk of like a guy. I'm not no homo. I'm not gay. But I like when Batman's like this big guy. And like Christian Bale's a great Batman, but he's kind of scrawny.
Yeah.
And Robert Pattinson is very scrawny.
Mhm.
Now, I like when Batman's a little bit bigger in physique. And
Yeah.
Brave and the Bold, he is very
Yeah.
much that.
Yeah.
What are you giving me?
I think you just got to go with your gut because I might have another banger. I might also have a horrible suit, and you might
Yeah.
keep a horrible suit. I think you just got to go what
For the sake of the podcast,
Huh.
we're going to create some suspense and I'm going to cut this.
you're gonna cut it.
And we're going to see if that was the absolutely wrong decision. Batman, Brave, and Bold.
And the suit that you're keeping,
Oh, no.
TASM 2.
Oh, yes, right decision, baby. Let's go. If
I
I
had to keep
cut
TASM.
that-
I was gonna put TASM 1 on there, but I was like, he likes TASM suit, so I'll put TASM 2.
If I cut TASM 2, I love Brave and the Bold suit. Don't get me wrong, but that was definitely the right decision. I went 6 for 6 on this list. I wouldn't have changed anything. So I like that.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I think I should. I gotta. I'd like to owe everybody an apology. I'd like to change
No.
to change that to my recent decision.
No, you said that you like Human Torch. All you got to do is change the whole entire details of the suit, and then it's a good suit.
We're changing that. I put it on here on paper. It's written on here. We're changing that.
All
My
right.
list is perfect. I went 6 for 6.
I went 6 for 6.
I went 6 for 6.
Actually, if you're wanting to change it, that means you admit that you missed one.
I did miss one.
Okay, so I went 6 for 6. He went 4 for 6. So we're both above 50%. Let's go.
Yeah, more like 80%. Yeah, I went 80. I went 80.
You went a little above 80, but
No,
no, a little below 80 because it would be 8 for 12. So
Put in your comments your math problem.
all right.
Just all that.
So now we are jumping in to our next segment of this episode.
Yeah.
We are ranking every single DC movie
That we've seen.
that we've seen. I have 30 films after finishing my list. How many do you have?
I have 24.
So we're going to do this very similar to MCU. Since I have more than him that I've seen, I'm going to start it off. I'm going to go my 30 through 24.
Mm.
And then after my 24, he'll jump in and do his 24.
Yeah.
And then we'll just go back and forth for the rest of the list.
We'll try to speed it up and not take
Yeah,
so long.
for the crappy movies, we will try not to talk too long about them.
We'll try. We'll try. Quote unquote try.
There are some movies I will want to talk a little bit about.
Yeah, we're going to spend 10 minutes on Batman and Robin.
No, we are not.
Yeah.
Right. So starting off the list, at number 30. Why is this? Hang on. Technical difficulties. There we go. It got switched for some reason. Okay, starting at the list at number 30, I have, with a 1 out of 10, Birds of Prey, and I'm not even going to read the rest of the extremely long title. The movie with the too long title. Not going to spend too long on this movie. I like Harley Quinn. I've always liked her. She's in a bunch of bad movies. It sucks. But this movie's just bad. Ian McGregor, I love him as an actor. I love him as Obi-Wan. I love him as Christopher Robin. I love him in some stuff. This is not it, dude. This is not his best performance. And maybe it's the character that they gave him. Maybe he didn't have much to work with. But this ain't it, dude. Black Mask is horrible in this movie. Black Mask is way better, and a movie we're going to talk about later, Batman Under the Red Hood. This just doesn't hit for me. Bad movie. Very forgettable. Almost forgot to add it to my list because I've only seen it once, and it was so bad that I forget it even exists. Number 30. Going into number 29 with another 1 out of 10. I have Wonder Woman 1984.
Oh yeah.
Another horrible movie. CGI is horrible. Plot is horrible. Villain is horrible. Gal Gadot is horrible. All around horrible performance. Her acting is terrible. I'm so glad that she is out of there as Wonder Woman. And there's some rumors about new Wonder Womans. I don't like to talk about things if it's not confirmed. But I think anybody can be better than her. But that movie is 29 for me. I'm sorry, I'm being a little mean here.
I've got some hot takes. Yeah.
Number 28. Jumping up from 1 out of 10 to 3 out of 10. With a 3 out of 10, I have Green Lantern.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds tried. That's all I'm going to say. He tried. He was not given much to work with. I love at the end of Deadpool 2 in the end credit scene when Deadpool goes up and shoots young Ryan Reynolds accepting the switch for Green Lantern. That was really funny. Just another really forgettable movie. Ask him. I forgot to put it on my list. And 10 minutes before recording, he was like, "Oh, what do you think about Green Lantern?" And I'm like, I forgot to put it on my list. So it's on my list because of him, but I completely forgot about it. I'm going to completely butcher names probably throughout this, so I apologize in advance. But Sinestro, bad villain.
Yeah.
He's horrible. Very forgettable movie. Very horrible CGI. They released a director's cut that's only 10 minutes longer. I watched that this week because he told me to, and I still forgot to put it on my list. That shows how forgettable
They didn't
this
have
movie
that
is.
on there. They didn't have that on
Yes, but I'm including that as like
Okay.
the gist of this.
Yeah.
The director's cut is only an extra 10 minutes. It doesn't make up for anything.
Yeah.
Bad movie.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Another 3 out of 10. I have Justice League.
Justice.
The original 2017 Justice League movie. So bad. Steppenwolf is horrible. The design for him is horrible. It's way better in the director's cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League, which we'll get to later whenever that pops up. You kind of tease Darkseid, but you don't show him. I mean, it's kind of just a movie that tries to create a bigger story, but never gets there. So they're pretty much banking on this movie to set up future movies, and future movies never happened because this started the collapse of the DCEU. I hate Gal Gadot. Horrible. I love Henry Cavill as an actor. They just wrote Superman too dark for me. And I understand in this movie specifically, he's supposed to be darker because it's the death of Superman storyline. He's coming back to life. But it just doesn't hit for me. The only good part of this movie is Ben Affleck's Batman. I actually like Ben Affleck's Batman. But for me, this is a 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
Moving into number 26 with a 4 out of 10. I have 2016 Suicide Squad. So the first Suicide Squad movie with a 4 out of 10. This is a bad movie. I used to like this as a teenager, actually. I thought it was kind of cool. And then I was like, yeah, no, this ain't it. Joker is horrible. Jared Leto just kills characters. I don't know why movie studios keep casting him in movies, but he completely ruins characters. He is a horrible actor. This Joker is a horrible representation of Joker. Harley Quinn's awesome again, but again, she's stuffed in a bad plot and a bad movie with bad supporting characters. Will Smith is very cool in this movie, but again, the plot is horrible. Hot take, I like the villain of this movie a lot better than the villain of the later Suicide Squad movie, but I like the later Suicide Squad movie better than this movie, just the plot. But anyway, again, we're gonna try not to talk too bad about this, too long about this.
Yeah.
It's a 4 out of 10 for me. Number 25, with my first animated movie making its appearance on this list, I have Batman the Killing Joke with a 5 out of 10. So for me, this is a watchable movie, so it's not like as horrible as the previous ones I've mentioned, I hate when they try to give Joker an origin to make him a sympathetic character.
Mhm.
To me, the Joker is evil. He is just pure evil. That's who he is. And when you try to spin it as, oh, anybody can turn into the Joker on a bad day, that's not who the Joker is. And that's what this movie tries to do. They try to make the Joker a failing comedian whose wife and child. I mean, it's just horrible.
Yeah.
It's just so bad. Um, the bits of the movie where it's Batman versus Joker is actually good, but which is why it's a 5 out of 10 for me. But every time they do a flashback to show him as that failing comedian, it's just horrible.
Yeah.
I just can't with it. So 5 out of 10 for me. 24 for me with another 5 out of 10 is the 2019 Joker movie. So I will let you know ahead of time. I have not seen the sequel, so the sequel is not on this list. But yet again, I don't like when they try to make the Joker into a sympathetic character who you can try to feel for. Oh, everybody treats him badly. He's this horrible dude just trying to make it in the world, and then he kills some people, and now he's the Joker. I don't like that. And I know that the second Joker movie, I haven't seen it, but I know that they kill him off at the end, so he's not actually the real Joker. But it just doesn't work for me. I know a lot of people really like this movie. It does not work for me. So with that, we're gonna cut to Logan, and he's gonna start with his number 24.
Yeah. I think we're the same as 2 out of 10.
Okay.
I have Birds of Prey
Okay.
and the rest of the title. I said, Ewan McGregor. I love Ewan McGregor. He's great as Obi-Wan. And he's okay as Black Mask. But it was too much language for me. It was a lot. I went on a sketchy site because I was like, how many F words were in this movie? He had the most F words at 19. Harley Quinn and others had 13. So he had more.
Dude. Okay. I agree with you. I don't like movies with lots of language. I know you haven't seen these movies. Take a guess at how many the Deadpool movies have.
Probably at least double. At least double. Maybe triple. Quadruple. Five times as more.
I think I remember looking at it. I think it's Deadpool 2, maybe it's Deadpool 1, but the Deadpool movie with the most F words has 160 F words. That's almost one per minute of the movie.
Oof.
Or that's over one per minute.
Well, and that makes
So
sense.
I agree. But yeah.
It makes
if
sense.
you think
that,
this is bad.
well, and that wasn't the kicker. It was just a
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, I get Deadpool is a very out there person.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense for his but Black Mask is I mean, come on. And he is brutal in this movie. I mean, you see this guy kill somebody in front of their family, and it's very gruesome.
Yeah.
Gotta say this is the worst out of the Harley Quinn movies. And also, how is Black Mask this dumb? He dies at the end of a bomb that's trapped in somewhere, and he's that dumb. I mean, Black Mask, along with Victor Zsasz and everything, these Batman villains, yes, they sort of suck, but they're also not dumb.
Yeah.
They're not dumb,
Yeah.
and this movie made him dumb.
They did.
And that is why I don't like this.
I also am not a huge fan, and while you're talking about this, and I know I already talked about this movie, I'm also not a huge fan, and this is why I don't really like the Sony Venom movies and Morbius movie and all those. I'm not a huge fan of throwing in a main character of your franchise as villains.
Yeah.
And just giving them movies without having that character in it.
Yeah.
So Venom, and there's no Spider-Man. Morbius and Kraven the Hunter, and there's no Spider-Man. Morbius is actually a little bit better because he's not as much attached to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But then again, Black Mask. He's a Batman villain.
But there's no Batman.
There's no Batman.
Yeah.
And I am cautiously optimistic about the new Clayface movie. I hope there is at least some reference to Batman in this movie.
Yeah.
I hope they at least set it up. And we'll talk more about the DC universe as we get to those movies that I'm going to talk about. But I am I don't know about introducing these villains without having their hero that fights them in the movie. It's just, I don't like movies that do that.
Yeah, and I'll try to cut this short, but yeah, I like Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. He's great. Christopher Robin was one of the first actually current Disney movies that I've seen for the first time, and I loved him.
Yeah.
But this role, did not suit him. Harley Quinn really doesn't have a good plot in it. Like she's good, but it's just like the story is so bad.
Yeah.
And you're protecting this child because they swallowed a diamond of this person. Like that's dumb. Like how dumb is this movie?
Yeah.
It's dumb. So that is my 2 out of 10.
All right. Moving into my number 23 on my list with a 5 out of 10, I have, don't come for me, Zack Snyder Defenders. I have Man of Steel with a 5 out of 10.
Oh, that is low.
I don't like Zack Snyder Superman. I'm sorry. And it's probably the comic nerd in me, and I grew up reading comic books. This is not Superman. Henry Cavill would make a great Batman. This writing would fit a great Batman movie. This is not Superman. Superman should never be this dark, especially in his origin movie. Having Pa Kent be sucked up by a tornado and he just stands there and watches as it happens. It's like, dude, you can go save your freaking dad and you're just standing there. Like, or grandpa, whatever. Yeah.
Somebody.
The guy that raised him as his dad. It's his de facto dad. It's his real dad. But you can go save him and you're just standing there and watch him get sucked up by a tornado. Lois in this movie is horrible. I hate this actor for Lois. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like this rendition of Superman. I don't like this kind of darker take on Superman. Not everything needs to be Batman. And the first Chasm movie had this problem. Man of Steel had this problem. Superhero movies after The Dark Knight came out were all like, well, let's just be The Dark Knight now. Doesn't work for every freaking character. I'm sorry. That's my rant. Superman, or Man of Steel, at number 23 with a 5 out of 10.
As a number 23 on mine with another 2 out of 10.
Okay.
Wonder Woman 1984.
Okay.
Chris Pine, I love this guy. If you've seen the Star Trek trilogy from J.J. Abrams, he's great as Captain Kirk. He's good as Steve Trevor. He's probably the only live action of him, and he's great. I'm more of a little bit of a supporter of her. I Gal Gadot is not that bad.
No, she is.
No. Hear me out. She's not that bad. It's just the movies she's in are horrible. She's.
I agree. The scripts are horrible. She can't dialogue. People make fun of Hayden Christensen from the prequel movies because of how bad the dialogue is, which I don't agree with, but I can, whatever, if that's what you think. You can't tell me that she knows how to dialogue any better. She is horrible at dialogue. She cannot enunciate stuff. She cannot add emotion to her lines. And I know we're not talking about this movie, but in Justice League, when she goes, Kal-El, no! It's like she's horrible at dialogue. I just don't think she's a good actor.
Anyways, she's okay as Wonder Woman, but this film isn't the best. Maxwell Lord isn't the best villain. Don't get me wrong, Pedro Pascal is a decent actor. He's a decent actor. More like B-list for me. I think he's good as like Din Djarin and the other guy, Reed Richards. But he's just a horrible villain. I think Sean Gunn did a better Maxwell Lord in Superman.
And he was in it for 2 seconds.
Yes. And as well as Cheetah. I hate Cheetah in this film. Plot is forgettable, and I don't really know what to say. Something about museum treasures and hidden secret villain base. Not good. So, plot, very forgettable. Actors, But, yeah, that is 23 on my list.
There we go. All right. Wonder Woman Glazer over here.
Come on. Come on.
Okay, number 22. This is going to be our first huge disagreement, probably. I don't know where you have Man of Steel, so you might have disagreed with me on that.
Yeah.
But this is going to be our first huge disagreement, I would say. Number 22 with a 5 out of 10. And this is higher than I have previously historically given it. I used to have it really, really low. There was a period in time I had this as like a 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10 movie. But I've rewatched it. 5 out of 10, I have Batman and Robin. He loves Batman and Robin.
I do.
Roast him in the comments.
I'm a Batman supporter.
I am too, but this movie sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Freeze is okay. I don't
Talk
like.
about enunciating words. I mean, he's good as enunciating words.
Yeah, Freeze is okay.
Hmm.
George Clooney, I don't really like as Batman. The whole feel of this movie, it just feels very fake, and like I don't really know how to describe that. So the best way I'm going to try to do this is this movie came out in 1997.
Yeah.
Batman Begins came out only 8 years later in 2005. Batman Begins is night and day better visuals than this movie is.
I do have a theory on that. But I'll wait until after you talk about Batman Forever.
But Batman Begins, the visuals are night and day better. I don't understand how two movies can be so close together in time and look so different.
Yeah.
Like this Batman looks horrible and this Batman looks great. I just don't get how that can work. Again, I'm not going to try to talk too long about the movies that I don't really like. Again, he'll probably talk about it more because he actually likes it.
Yeah.
But for me, 5 out of 10, number 22.
As number 22, I actually have this as a 4 out of 10. So a big jump from 2 out of 10 Wonder Woman.
Okay.
I have Suicide Squad, the 2016 Suicide Squad, as a 4 out of 10. What? No, 2.5 as a 5 out of 10. So it's a big jump. Not bad, but mid-tier Harley Quinn movie.
Yeah.
Harley is so I'm gonna rant a little bit, and not read my whole thing. Harley Quinn is the wild one. She's very clingy to the Joker, but she's also dangerous. And then this movie does show her as dangerous, but she is the crazy one. Joker is the cinder block, the foundation. He's the smart guy, even though everybody thinks he sucks. He's the one who's grounded, and she's wild. It's just like in the Arkham games. I mean, in Arkham Asylum, Harley's a little bit crazy, but she beats up Batman. I mean, that battle is crazy, but she's supposed to be like that. She's just very out there, and Joker in this one is not. He's it's the bar scene in this, and both of them are weirdly acting sus. I'm just gonna that's the PG version I can say of this. They're both sus, and that's just not how it's supposed to be. And Jared Leto is.
To be fair, you're not a comic reader.
No.
What you know about Harley Quinn and Joker
Yeah.
is from movies that you've seen or TV shows.
Yeah.
I will say they are very much that way. It's just the movies have always tried to make it kid friendly, so it's always very dumbed down. It is not a bad representation to have Joker and Harley Quinn at a strip bar. I mean, that is not out of character.
No, but it was just how he talks in this, or like.
Oh, I agree.
Like it's just it's gross.
The sus part of it though, is not out of character.
No. But as you said, Joker is not Joker in this movie. He's not Joker. Jared Leto kind of killed this franchise.
Yeah.
And I said the knife scene is really cringe. When he's sitting in a circle and he's laughing, and it just zooms out with him in a circle of knives. I just don't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you're watching that and you're like, that's cringe.
Yeah.
Batman in a brief moment is good in this movie. I think that's the only good part about this movie. Batman's great.
Yeah.
For his 2 seconds. But I love the first squad. I love Croc and Boomerang, Rick Flag, Quinn, Deadshot, Katana, and Diablo. I kind of forgot Diablo was in this movie. But I love Captain Boomerang. And you'll hear that from me from the Suicide Squad. I love Captain Boomerang. I think he's great. This movie is weird. And hot take, I'm not a Will Smith kind of guy. I don't.
I'm not either.
Men in Black is okay, but he's very overrated.
Yeah, I agree on that Will Smith take. I do think he's okay in this movie.
Yeah, he's okay. It's just I don't know. It's weird castings in this movie is my take. So yeah,
They tried to hit it off with a bunch of A-list stars to try to sell tickets,
They didn't.
but then they didn't care about the plot of the movie.
So yeah, as a 5 out of 10, it's Suicide Squad. My
Cool.
range is over.
All right. Moving to my number 21 spot with another 5 out of 10. I have Batman Forever. I have it just a little bit above
Okay.
Batman and Robin, but they're about same tier movie for me.
Okay.
Jim Carrey. Talk about overrated actors. I think he's a little overrated. I like him in The Mask. I like him in some stuff, but he's a little overrated.
Yeah.
They made a joke out of the Riddler in this
Mhm.
movie. And I know the Riddler is supposed to have a little bit of a goofy type of personality, but it has to balance well with his villainous personality as well.
He's not.
And in this movie, he's not very threatening. He's just very
Yeah.
goofy.
Yeah.
If you want to see a good representation of Riddler,
The
the Batman is good, but to me, it's the complete opposite spectrum.
he's
He
too
is
dark.
he is very menacing,
Yeah, but,
but he is not enough goofy.
Yeah.
If you want to see a good representation of the Riddler for me, that is goofy,
Mhm.
but also very menacing.
Yeah.
That is a bad guy, but also stays on track with that Riddler type character where he's cracking the riddles and people have to solve them. And Gotham. I love the Riddler from Gotham.
Yeah.
Edward Nygma in that series is great. I love him. So if you haven't seen Gotham, go check it out. That's not on our list because we're not doing TV shows. But if you want to go see Gotham, go check it out. Riddler's very good in that show. They kind of present him as like he has multiple personalities.
Like he
So,
has a
like-
disorder. Yeah.
Mhm. So like whenever he becomes Riddler at first, he kills somebody, but then he wakes up the next day and finds out that person's dead. And then the other personality within him is talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah, we killed that." And I like that take on Riddler. So, but yet again, going back to Jim Carrey, he's too goofy. He's not menacing enough. You have to find that balance. Again, the visuals. I don't like the visuals.
I do have, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I do have a theory that I watched on YouTube, and hopefully it's okay. So, Tim Burton's universe,
Okay.
Batman 89 and Batman Returns
Okay.
is the inset universe. That is that dark Gotham.
Yeah.
But these two next films,
Mhm.
Batman Forever, Batman and Robin,
Mhm.
are their adaptation in that universe of Batman. So they make a very live Gotham, very goofy, dumb Batman and villains,
Mhm.
because that's what they think.
Mhm.
I mean, they've got Jack Nicholson's Joker, the Penguin, and then Catwoman. So they try to do goofy villains, and the visuals are off because
Yeah.
that's their movie within the Batman movies.
And I get that.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is it's just not for me.
Yeah,
I understand that they were trying to lighten it up a little bit. It's just not for me.
it's too
It's
light.
just not for me.
yeah,
Well, just like how I said, Man of Steel doesn't work for me because Superman's too dark.
it's too light.
It's too light.
Mhm.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
Batman's supposed to be dark. Superman's not supposed to be dark. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, 21, 5 out of 10.
This will go quicker for me. 21 as another 5 out of 10. I have Green Lantern.
Okay.
As a kid, I loved this movie.
To be fair, I think a lot of us as kids liked some really bad movies. And maybe still do because of
Yeah.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I said not a terrible movie, but the plot is weird.
Yeah.
It's lost and confusing when trying to remember the film. I was trying to rate this and I'm like, what was the dang plot? So I open up Google and it does the plot summary and I was like, oh, that's what happened. Hal Jordan is a decent Green Lantern.
Yeah.
I mean, he is Green Lantern. Obviously, you've got John Stewart and everybody else. But he has a terrible girlfriend in this movie. Or the plot of like them together is bad. I don't
Yeah.
like that. That's weird. Love him being a pilot.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of interesting of Hal Jordan being a pilot and then now he's Green Lantern. I think that's cool. And the villain isn't good. Whatever tentacle dude, bad CGI villain. Don't really understand it. Don't really care. The villain is forgettable. And they set up Sinestro
Yeah.
as the Yellow Lantern. So he was a Green Lantern, and then he gets fearful and uses fear like Batman and becomes the Yellow Lantern.
Yeah.
And that's cool. It's just it never went anywhere, and it sucks that this movie was so badly written.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this would have been a good good movie. I mean, Sinestro had good CGI and everything, but I think the story, it was a horrible story.
Yeah.
So I will probably rewatch it and maybe mm, change my mind, but so far it is not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
A lot of superhero movies. I think it's just a superhero movie curse. Is if
Yeah.
you have a superhero movie, you're stuck with a bad girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's just like a lot of superhero movies. The girlfriend just sucks.
Yeah.
All right, moving into number 20. My first 6 out of 10.
Oh.
So, okay movie, not horrible, not great. Aquaman as number 20, 6 out of 10.
No.
This is a decent movie for me. This is a watchable movie for me. I have seen the sequel. I saw it when it came out in theaters. I did not include it on my list because I don't really remember it. And I don't want to just talk about a movie I don't remember to you guys. So the sequel's not on this list, just so you guys know. But the first Aquaman, it's a decent movie. I like Jason Momoa. I think he's great.
Yeah.
I think he's better as Lobo and Supergirl, which I'll talk about later when I get to that. But he's good. Amber Heard is Amber Heard.
We don't talk about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good plot. It's a very fun superhero movie. The final battle of this movie, the CGI is kind of cool. It's a cool watch. It's a cool action movie. Like I've said, action movies, even if the plot's not good sometimes, like Transformers, it's just cool to see them fight. It's just cool to see the big clashing of metal robots, or in this instance, the big ocean battle, and it's cool. It's just nothing special for me at all. So number 20, 6 out of 10.
For 20 on mine, I just watched this movie. What? Monday or Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. As a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
As number 20 is The Flash.
Okay.
I got The Flash. I think this is a hot take. I said this is a very underrated film.
Mm.
Yeah, Ezra Miller isn't the best Flash, but take him out and it's a good
Take the main character out of the movie. It's a good movie. If this was a Batgirl and Superman, if this was a Supergirl and Batman movie, good movie.
Yeah. And you'll see how I talk about like Justice League and Wonder Woman and everything.
You still have not brought up Justice League. Oh my gosh.
No, Mo, but I think, and also hot take. I think the earlier DCEU films did better, like characters. So like Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, Ezra Miller, Flash. I think Jason Momoa, Aquaman. I think those did them better than their
own movies.
Yeah, or later movies.
Yeah.
I think as the DCU kept going and years later, their characters got bad.
They fell in a hole that they were trying to fix.
And it just got worse. So take them out, and it's a good film. Having worlds collide and seeing people from other universes, so DCEU, Michael Keaton Batman, Nicolas Cage's Superman, not the worst one. George and Christopher Reeve Superman, Adam West Batman, George Clooney Bruce Wayne, and so much more. I loved seeing that because sure it got a lot of hate from George and Christopher Reeve's families. I totally get that, but I think seeing these other worlds collide, I think it's very interesting. Michael Shannon returns as General Zod. I think he's great as General Zod. Could be better in later movies as we get into Superman and everything, but he's a good villain as he returns from Man of Steel or whatever. But yeah, as I told Dan before this, it's just a worse than CW Flash story. Flash goes back in time, saves his mother, stuff happens, and it's bad. And then by the end of the film, Flash is the bad guy, or his alternate universe. And then he tries to fix it, then it gets worse. And so it's the same story, and I get that, but it's just...
We've seen it before, and it was better before.
Yeah. Put Grant Gustin in this film, and it's a solid movie. But no, it's okay. Probably won't rewatch it anytime soon, but...
It's one of those movies you can watch once and it's...
Yeah. So...
Okay. I'm going to speed it up a little bit till we get to our top 10. We are approaching the hour mark. So, At number 19, with a 6 out of 10 again, I have Shazam. For me, this is again, just like Aquaman, a decent, watchable movie. I think Zachary Levi's really good.
Yeah.
I like his quirkiness. I think it's good with the Shazam.
Yeah.
The whole family dynamic thing doesn't really do anything for me at the end of the movie where all of his siblings come and it doesn't do anything for me. For me, the main thing is Shazam is not a big enough character for me to have his own movie.
Yeah.
That's it. If he was like how the new Superman with James Gunn is, where Superman's the main character of this movie, but then they have the Green Lantern and they have the Hot Girl and they have Mr. Terrific.
Yeah. If he was a supporting character,
any of those three characters that I just mentioned in the Superman movie aren't really big enough to have their own movie. So it's the same with me for Shazam. Shazam should have been like in a Superman movie or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's it for me. It's an enjoyable movie, but 6 out of 10.
I'll also try to speed it up because I talk a lot. So number 19 with a 6 out of 10. I've got the first Aquaman movie.
Okay.
I also don't have sequels in here because I haven't seen the sequels, and the sequels are worse than the original film, so I don't have those on here. But Jason Momoa is a good Aquaman, and love Tamora Morrison. If I said that right, as Aquaman's dad. He's great in like Star Wars, that's Jango Fett and Boba Fett and the clones. I think he's great, and he's a good dad. We don't talk about Amber Turd, and King Orm as a villain and like half brother is pretty cool. I kind of like that, and understandable. I kind of forgot William Dafoe was in this movie until I saw Zack Snyder's Justice League. Decent plot, but could cut out some parts. Love the trident. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And final battle, as you said, was good. I think that's kind of cool. Just the sea Coliseum. I think that's cool. And Manta is a good side villain. I think him seeing his original Manta dad die and then pick up the mantle to become Manta is kind of cool. And the throne battle is similar to the Black Panther movie. Same plot. I mean, it's this guy wants the throne, and then you got to fight to get it, and that's just kind of dumb. That's dumb. Anyways, number 19 with a 6 out of 10 is Aquaman 1.
All right. Moving into my number 18 with another 6 out of 10. We have a lot of 6 out of 10s.
Yeah.
I have The Flash. For me, again, kind of like he said, enjoyable movie. You can watch it one time and be done with it and be like, okay, that was okay. A little bit underrated. People are like, oh, it's the worst DCEU movie. No, it's not. Again, Ezra Miller sucks. Shouldn't have even been in this movie, but we're not going to talk about that. Michael Keaton carries the movie hard.
Yeah.
I love him. I rewatched Batman 89 before this video, and he's just awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anymore. He's just awesome.
Yeah.
Supergirl's he's iffy in this. The plot's it's iffy in this. The CGI sucks.
Yes.
When he's running, the Flash CW show on a cheaper budget has better CGI than this movie has. Yeah, it's okay to watch. It's a fun experience. But that's it. You don't gotta rewatch it again. 6 out of 10.
What are we on? 19?
18.
18. I have, as a 6 out of 10, the theatrical version of the Justice League.
Okay.
I said, not a bad movie, but Stephen Wolf is forgettable. He's a forgettable villain. You kind of forget he exists.
Yeah.
No, it's a horrible quote from Wonder Woman. I will talk a little bit. There's a weird scene with Flash where he saves Wonder Woman and then he just lays on her. I think that's horrible. I think that's weird. That's a weird dynamic because in the director's cut or expanded version, you kind of see as Bruce Wayne and Wonder Woman maybe have something going on. Yeah. But with Ezra Miller, I think that was really weird, really immature. I kind of hate that. I love J.K. Simmons as Gordon. I think he's kind of cool. And Alfred is good, but plot could be expanded or fleshed out. Making Superman bad and having Amy Adams make him good is weird. Yeah. Love how Batman brought bought Clark's home. I think that's kind of cool how that like ended, where they were gonna sell his home, and then Batman's like, "I bought that land." Oh, great, good job. Um, and and it just set up the race between Flash and Superman,
Yeah.
but we never saw how it ended. I think Superman won. But I just there's a lot of parts that you could maybe get rid of or expand,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
eh.
All right. Moving into number 17 on my list, another 6 out of 10. I have Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. This is also a movie that I think gets hated on a little too much. Again, I don't like the rendition of Superman in this. The actor for Lex Luthor,
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yes, he's not a good Lex Luthor. He could maybe be a Joker, but he's not a Lex
No,
Luthor.
he's not. He's no Joker.
He could be probably. I could see it, but he's not a Lex Luthor
Yeah.
or a Riddler. He could be a good Riddler.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Fan cast.
He's not a Lex Luthor.
No.
This movie's okay. Again, just a theme with these movies. They're okay. Another, you can watch it once, maybe do a rewatch, but you don't gotta watch it 10 times. It's not a movie that you're like, oh, what's a good DC movie I just want to put on and relax? Batman versus Superman. No. I do like the Doomsday fight. It's an okay movie for me. I like Ben Affleck as Batman and Bruce Wayne. I like him, I think, a little better as Bruce Wayne than I like him as Batman. I like the scene where it's him at that party and he's sneaking around trying to get into the computer, and I like that scene. I like what they show of him as Bruce Wayne. I don't like the take on Batman where Batman kills. And they do that in this movie, and they do that in this universe, and I don't like that. Besides that, I do like Ben Affleck's take on Batman and Bruce Wayne. So 6 out of 10 for me.
As another 6 out of 10 for my 17 spot, I've got the first Wonder Woman movie. I said, honestly, don't remember much. It's very forgettable for me. Something with Ares and something with the end of the world. Chris Pine is great as Steve Trevor and Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Could skip the beginning trial contest or trim down like the movie. But not bad. Might have to rewatch it again. And I like the music. I think the music was good for Wonder Woman. But honestly, it's very forgettable. And that's what I have as my 17th spot. Very short.
All right. Going into my number, what are we at? 16 spot with another 6 out of 10. I have Superman Returns. This is a good movie. I would actually say good. I would say more than okay. It's a little boring at times. I like big fight scene movies. This isn't that. It's a little boring at times. This is the first Superman to come out after Christopher Reeve's Superman's. So I mean, there's going to be some adjusting because Christopher Reeve was so great. But I think this is actually a decent movie that I have watched a few times, and I could comfortably say I would sit down and rewatch it again. So for me, 6 out of 10.
That was short.
I'm trying to get through them.
I'm trying, guys. We're trying. As 16, I've got 6 out of 10. Batman and Robin.
Okay.
Honestly, it was an okay movie. George Clooney isn't one of my favorite Batman actors. Joel Schumacher is an okay director. Chris O'Donnell adds a new level to Robin's character development, as we saw from Batman Forever. Alicia Silverstone is alright as Batgirl. She's I love Michael Gough. Michael Gough. He returns as his fourth Alfred. He goes between like the 3 Batman actors. And I think he's good as Alfred. I mean, like a little, but he's good. Uma Thurman, dude. Dookie, dog. She is not. Poison Ivy in like Arkham Asylum, because I just finished that game. She's good as a villain. Boss battle, horrible, but different context or
Conversation.
Conversation. Yes, thank you. But this one is just it's just like the Suicide Squad where it's too perverted. I mean, it's just. I mean, you got the bat suits with the nipples on there. You've got the bat credit card. It's dumb. Similar to Catwoman in Return. It's similar to Catwoman in Batman Returns. I felt like Robin should have defeated her instead of Batgirl. Since Batman and Robin were fighting over her, I thought like I think Robin should have defeated her instead of Batgirl. And Bane is written poorly.
Yeah.
Bane is a horrible villain.
Yeah.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger is a good. I like him as Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
He's like, what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. And then he like shoots his ice gun. And everything. I think him as if he was the only villain, I think he'd be great in this. But it's just
Too stuffed.
it's too stuffed and it's too campy. It's too campy. So that's what I have.
All right, going into the top half of my list, we are at number 15 with another 6 out of 10. I have the Lego Batman movie. This is another, I'd say, good movie. Not great. Good movie. I do like how the dynamic is Batman versus Joker, and it's like the we need each other to survive type thing. It's a kids movie,
Yeah.
and I can dig with it. I like it. And then Joker gets kind of offended by Batman, and it's a goofy kids movie, and I find it enjoyable. I don't think it's a great movie.
No.
I would not put it near the top of my list. But like, this is a movie that when my son is a few years older in a few years, I can sit down and introduce him to Batman with this movie, and it's an age appropriate movie that I can introduce him to Batman with, and he'll like it. He'll think it's funny. I can enjoy it enough to sit down and be like, hey, son, this is Batman.
Yeah.
So 6 out of 10, number 15.
15 for me. You have not seen this movie, but I have. As a 7 out of 10, I have the 1966 Batman movie.
Okay.
This is with Adam West. I grew up with the Adam West Batman TV show with the Christopher Reeves or George Reeves Superman TV show.
Yeah.
So this kind of goes mid-tier for me. It's not a bad movie, just very campy. Adam West is very campy. And I love Burt Ward's Robin. The villain selection, so Penguin, Catwoman, Riddler, and Joker was good. Plot was very weird about turning world leaders into like sand or salt or something. But it's a very funny film. There's a scene in there, and Batman it's a meme. He has a giant bomb, and he's carrying it, and he says, "Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb," and it's like that level of like funniness where it's so stupid, but it's like this kind of does work.
Yeah.
And his bat repellent or not bat, his shark repellent.
That is the only scene I've seen from that movie where he's hanging down on the rope and the shark is.
And then he just sprays it on there, and it's so dumb, but it makes sense as a 1966 like campy Batman movie.
Yeah.
So it's mid tier. It's okay. Better than some of the modern movies, so yeah.
Yeah, that's the only scene I've seen from that movie. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, it is.
All right, moving into number 14. My last 6 out of 10 on this list. I've had like 10 of them.
Yeah.
Feels like. I have Batman Returns.
Oh.
So I think this is actually a decent movie. I think a lot of people don't like it. Danny DeVito as Penguin probably could have had a better choice.
Mm.
I'm not as high on him. But I like the story. And I love Batman in the wintertime.
Yeah.
I love that setting for a Batman movie. It sounds like that's what they're doing with the Batman 2. I hope that's what they're doing with the Batman 2.
Yeah.
But woman, she's okay. Again, but the villains of this movie certainly aren't the highest point of this movie. But I love Michael Keaton. The 2 Batman movies he had, he was great.
Yeah.
I wish he would have gotten more.
Yeah.
It's an okay movie.
Yeah.
So 6 out of 10.
You want to know what's surprising? As 14, I also have Batman Returns as a 7 out of 10, so a little bit higher.
Okay.
I said it's a solid Batman movie. I love Winter. Michael Keaton comes back and he does good. Like, so Batman doesn't kill, but he has a Batmobile and he just sets the dude on fire. And it's so funny. It is Danny DeVito does I think a good job as Penguin. I mean, Penguin is This movie is very dark. It's a dark movie. I think darker than the first one, but it kind of makes sense. I mean, Batman is dark. This makes sense. Gotham is really gross and eerie and Michelle Pfeiffer does a better Catwoman and should have gotten a solo film instead of Halle Berry's Catwoman.
We're not going to talk about that.
No, we don't. Well, I don't have that because I didn't watch that movie. But she's also very, and it's just something that you just make women like in this very out there, like wow, like it's so out there, and it's not like oh I'm gonna just tense up because it's so. It's just it's why. I mean, just why. Max Shrek is a decent side villain.
Yeah.
Love Christopher Walken. He's great. I love the music. Danny Elfman for these two movies did a solid job. I love the music.
Do you know what other superhero movies he did the music for? Besides these?
I know he did Nightmare Before Christmas, but that's not a superhero movie. I don't know.
The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's right.
He does the music for those.
Yeah,
too. I love him as a composer.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
And I love this. It's good. It's a good movie. A little less than the 89 Batman, but it's good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Moving into number 13, my first and only 7 out of 10. I have Wonder Woman, the first one.
Yeah.
Again, I hate Gal Gadot, but I think this movie is actually okay.
Yeah.
I think it's actually good, I would say. The storyline's good. Chris Pine is good as a supporting character. I kind of like that war vibe type of movie where they're like trying to get into enemy lines, and then at the end he sacrifices himself, and I think it's a good, enjoyable watch of a movie. I have not seen it in several years, so I don't have a lot on the top of my head to talk about it, but I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
7 out of 10 for me.
Yeah. This is gonna shock you.
Okay.
At 13,
Okay.
is a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
I'll put Man of Steel. Now, Dan keeps trying to convince me that Henry Cavill is not good as Superman.
I don't think it's his fault. I think he's given a horrible character. The character is written horribly. But
You already talked about the movie. It's my turn. It's not bad, but Superman isn't supposed to be dark like Batman. I love Henry Cavill as Superman, and Michael Shannon as Zod is good. Not a fan of Amy Adams. We don't like her. But I do like how this sets up like Batman versus Superman. It's like as Zod's terraforming plot worsens Gotham, and then that's why Batman goes after Superman and blah blah blah. But it was a little funky. The scenes are cool, just like in The Flash. The whole plot of Superman's blood, I just don't get that.
yeah.
I don't get why you need that. The plot doesn't make any sense. But and love Superman getting to Earth yet again as we get another Superman origin. So yeah.
I'm going to say one more thing about that movie that I forgot to say because you brought up the final battle.
Yeah.
And I meant to mention this when I was talking about Man of Steel. But I think I was kind of rushing a little bit. Superman is supposed to be a symbol of hope for the people on Earth.
Yeah.
At the end of this movie, when Michael Shannon's Zod is about to laser eye this family of like 5 or 6 people, and Superman's holding him back, and then ends up breaking Zod's neck to keep him from killing those people. It has no emotional significance.
No.
Because Superman had just recklessly been flying through the city fighting Zod, and Zack Snyder confirmed this, caused millions of deaths. So Superman is responsible for millions of people dying in the final battle, but yet we're supposed to think, oh, he saved these 6 people at the end of the movie. Why didn't you save the millions that Zod was killing beforehand?
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't work for me.
Well,
you can't have that.
And like you put like your hand around his neck and then kill. You could just put your freaking hand over his eyes.
Yeah.
And like it's there's better ways to stop him.
Yeah.
I mean, it is dumb.
It's just that was supposed to be like an emotional part of the movie to be like, oh, Superman saved those people, but he just let millions of other people. Like it doesn't hit.
Oof.
It doesn't hit for me. Anyway, I've already talked about the movie.
Anyways,
Number 12 with an 8 out of 10. My first 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I have the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's Suicide Squad. I thought this was a decent movie.
Yeah.
I think the characters actually go pretty well together, better than the cast of the first movie went
Yeah.
together. Rick Flag is cool. Rick Flag Jr. He's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Peacemaker's really cool. I've not seen the Peacemaker TV show. I've only seen him in this movie, but he's pretty cool. Harley Quinn's great as always. The thing about this movie that can't have it higher than an 8 out of 10 for me is the villain of the movie.
Yeah.
And really, who is the villain of this movie if we're talking about it? Because there's
The
that
government.
the government / Amanda Waller kind of
The guy
slash,
with the light bulb dude.
/ Starros. Like
It's confusing.
who is the villain? That's what kind of brings it down for me. Is
Yeah.
it's like there's not a clear villain. There's not a clear motivating factor of a villain in this movie.
Yeah.
It just kind of jumps around.
Yeah.
But it's a good movie overall.
Yeah.
It's a good team up movie,
Yeah.
and I think the characters fit much better than in the first Suicide Squad movie.
As 12 on my list was 7 out of 10. I have the Lego Batman movie.
Okay.
I said good Batman movie for kids. Extremely enjoyed it, and though the plot about the Phantom Zone and using our apps to fix Gotham, I think that's dumb.
funny.
But interesting. Batman has great memes. The whole movie is great. I was gonna talk about the opening where it's like the title card and it's like the black screen and he's like, "Batman," or like whatever. And so I think that was great.
Or the scene whenever Alfred's talking to him, he's like, no, 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 no.
And he's like, "You should do disco party." Or there's one and it was like it was when Robin meets Bruce Wayne and he's like, "My name's Richard, but people call me Dick." And he's like, "Kids can be cruel." And I'm like, "How can you sneak that in?" like that's a shortened version of Richard, and so it's like very funny. And like as adults, you're like, "Oh yeah, they snuck that in there."
Yeah.
But I think it's very funny. And just the plot of like Bruce Wayne / Batman
Mhm.
being a team player and just like opening up to people is great.
Yeah.
I think yes, you get his loss, but I think it is a good film. And Alfred, yeah, when he's talking and he's like, "I saw this in 2016 and 2008 and 2005 and 1997 and 1990," and just going through the Batman chronological movies. I think that's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I will rewatch that again sometime.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Coming in at number 11 with another 8 out of 10. Again, probably going to get some hate from some Zack Snyder fans.
Ooh.
8 out of 10. I have Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League.
Yeah.
I thought it is much, 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 much better than the first Justice League.
Yeah.
It is not everything that Zack Snyder fans try to make it out to be, though. There's a lot of filler in it. There's a lot of it where it's like, this is in the movie because he's trying to show that he has a clearly different vision for these characters, but it doesn't really need to be in this movie.
No.
There's a lot of setup for future movies that he includes, but those movies were never going to happen.
No.
But he kind of just threw it in there as a
Yeah.
kick at the studio. I know you canceled my plan, but here's what I was going to do. So I'm just going to throw this, screw you type thing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that doesn't need to be in this movie. I do like Darkseid.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's very cool, very menacing for the short part of the movie that he is in. I do like the final fight in this movie a lot better than the final fight in the first Justice League movie. I like how they flesh it out more. My main critique with this one, that is also a critique of the first one, the original theatrical cut. I don't think either movie does Cyborg well.
No.
I think he's wasted in both cuts of the movies. And because of that, sadly, I think it's going to be a very long time before we see Cyborg again. I don't think James Gunn's going to use him for DCU to start off, at least.
No.
But yeah, it's a good movie. It's an 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah. As a 8 out of 10 for me, for number 11,
Okay.
bottom 12, or bottom 10, I have the Suicide Squad.
Okay.
I said definitely the best one out of the Harley Quinn movies.
Mm.
Out of the two Suicide Squads and Birds of Prey. I think this one's the best one. I love Pete Davidson. Even though he's like alive for like 2 seconds, he's great as the opening and he's like, "Oh my God," and then like his face just got exploded and everything. I think it's funny. John Cena as Peacemaker and versus Rick Flag Jr.?
Jr.
So the first one was senior and then or is both
no,
juniors?
this is Rick Flag Jr. Rick Flag Sr. is in the Peacemaker TV show and in the Superman movie. Rick Flag Sr., if you remember from Superman, sorry, we're getting a little off track. Rick Flag Sr. is the guy that arrests Superman after that video of his parents like telling that he's gonna take over the world.
Oh, okay.
Rick Flag Sr. is the guy that arrests Superman.
Okay, so in Suicide Squad, that's Rick Flag Jr.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, back to that. I think that battle is cool. I don't like how they killed off Rick Flag Jr., but it does make sense. I mean, Rick Flag is a military guy, and he's trying to expose the government for what they did wrong. And Peacemaker is trying to keep the peace and just kills him. I think it's weird.
I do think that scene is really cool though when the bullet like goes through the other bullet.
Yeah, with later with Bloodsport, yeah. King Shark is funny as well. I love King Shark.
Mm-hmm.
I think the acting and the pacing were solid. I just saw this too. And so I think it was good. Hate Amanda Waller. Hate her. I think she sucks. And the villains are not so good. I love Bloodsport. I love Idris Elba. Him as Heimdall in the MCU and Bloodsport. I think that's great. I love Polka Dot Man. I love Polka Dot Man. And
when he just sees his mom.
yeah. And I was gonna talk about that. I like the quote where it's like, "Look, it's your mom." It's like, I think that's funny. Dude, I saw a review on this, and they're like, they finally paid enough money to see John Cena, and so John Cena, you can see John Cena in this because you can't see me, and so they now saw John Cena. TDK, the detachable kid. I love Nathan Fillion. James Gunn does do well with acting, like casting people from his movies to other ones with Guardians and this. I think he has great castings.
Yeah.
And so yeah, villain very forgettable.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, top 10.
Okay. This is going to be where I probably have a lot of people disagreeing with me. Number 10. With an 8 out of 10, I have the new Supergirl movie. Oof.
I don't have anything.
He has not seen that
I
movie.
haven't seen it.
Maybe I am so high on it because I went into the movie so low on it.
Oh.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I went in with very little expectations. And I was genuinely pleased. I think it is a very fun movie. It is a coming of age, kind of maturing kind of story for Supergirl. And I am not going to tell any spoilers here, so I'll keep it brief. If you want to see my spoiler review of Supergirl, it came out yesterday. So go to the channel and you can watch my spoiler review if you would like to see that. But we're going to keep it spoiler free here. It is a very good maturing story for Supergirl. She's this character who is a drunkard who just wants to party, and she has no reason to be alive, and she's like, life just sucks. I'm only going to say stuff that you can see in trailers and the synopsis of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
She got to experience the fall of Krypton. Superman did not. So she's very like, Superman is trying to be like, hey, you're a symbol of hope. Come to Earth and protect the people. Yeah. That's what they need. She's very much of, there is no hope. She, even in this movie, she's like, I got to see our planet die. You didn't.
Yeah.
And by the end of the movie, she's helping this girl whose parents died. And she's helping this girl get revenge on this guy. And the girl wants to kill the guy. And she's like, no, that's not how we do things. So she very much matures throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And you can see that. There is one part of the movie that I hate. And I think everybody hates. and the final battle, there's a very questionable needle drop. And once you see the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to spoil things here, but there's a very questionable needle drop. Very bad choice of a song to go for the final battle. But overall, very enjoyable movie. I liked Millie Alcock as Supergirl. There's people dogging on her. I don't get internet trolls, and that's really just what it is it's trolls, and it's people that are jealous and like freaking think that they got to be important enough to bring other people down. People that are like, oh, she's ugly. She's such a, like, there's people posting images of her that's like, oh, she's so ugly. She's horrible. It's like, what are we doing, guys?
Yeah.
We don't got to bring other people down. If that makes you feel better, you're a horrible human being. She's a very good Supergirl. I like her as Supergirl. I'm excited to see her in future projects.
Yeah.
I think this movie's getting too much hate.
Yeah.
Krypto's great as always. Jason Momoa as Lobo steals the show. This is the role that he was born for.
Casting, dude.
He is awesome. He is not a bad guy in this movie. He's kind of an anti-hero, but he's great. If you have not seen this movie, go see it just to see him, even if you're not excited. He is great. But anyway, very underrated to me. I've overhated, I should say, for me. 8 out of 10, number 10 on the list.
Yeah, so top 10 for me. I also just saw this, so last week after MCU ranking, Stan was like, you should watch these movies. So I did. And 10 on my list as an 8 out of 10, I have Zack Snyder's Justice League.
There we go.
Extended edition, I should say. I think this is better than the theatrical. Lots of good stuff and good 4 hours. I know last week I was like, I don't like long movies, yet I love Lord of the Rings and hate Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
Honestly, and it was either staying up late last night watching 2 hours and then 2 hours this morning.
Yeah.
But I think it is a very good 4 hours. And I still hate the Kal-El. No, they kept that. Yet they got rid of the one I hated about the regular Justice League with Ezra Miller and the Wonder Woman weird stuff. I'm glad they got rid of that. Music is peak. I love the Man of Steel music.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good music. And Superman's black suit was goated. I kind of like that. I know you're trying to then, because you see his regular red and blue suit in his ship and a bunch of other suits, but I think the black suit was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Love the introduction to more Joker. Don't like Jared Leto, but the end credits end epilogue scene with Batman's Nightmare, with that Joker talking about Robin, the Boy Wonder, the adopted son, whatever. I think that's kind of interesting. Yeah. Like you said, lots of setups for Martian Manhunter and Darkseid. I wish we got more. I do kind of hate how this universe is done for, because I do want to see more Darkseid in, and they set up like the Hall of Doom or the Hall of Justice. Yeah.
When you're done.
Okay. Ezra Miller is okay. I think this is the best Ezra Miller. I mean, like, for him to be Flash in this movie, later it gets worse, and same with Wonder Woman and everything. Cyborg's origin is better in this one than the other one. And I wish we had Deathstroke. Deathstroke got set up with Eisenberg's Lex Luthor, but still not a fan of Amy Adams' Lois Lane.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay. I have an opinion. I want to see what you think about this.
Okay.
I feel like the DC EU was trying to follow the same path as the MCU.
Yeah.
Man of Steel was supposed to be their Iron Man.
Yeah.
Batman versus Superman.
Civil War?
No, Batman versus Superman, I think, was almost trying to be like the Iron Man 2.
Oh.
Where, like, you have the main character coming back, but then you're tying in Black Widow, tying in Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
You have Nick Fury coming and you have Batman. I think it's trying to be like the introducing more characters while it being kind of a sequel to our Man of Steel.
Yeah.
And then they moved into the Avengers, or their Justice League. I feel like if Zack Snyder's Justice League was the first movie in this universe, we skipped Origins altogether. We didn't have Man of Steel. We didn't have Batman versus Superman. If we just started with Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I know that would take away from the death of Superman plot because we haven't seen Superman die, but if you just start with this movie, I think this universe could have survived.
Yeah.
I think there was too much crud that came out before it,
Yeah.
and that's why the universe died. I think this is a good enough movie where if you were like, we're just releasing a Justice League movie, and then we'll branch off with all the different characters, I think this universe could have
Yeah.
survived.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's a shame that it could.
Yeah. What's number 9?
All right, number 9 with an 8 out of 10. I have my second animated movie on this list, I think. Batman Mask of the Phantasm. I think he has not seen these, so he doesn't have an opinion on them.
No.
Yeah, I do.
No, I'm just
I think it's a very good movie. I say movie, it's like an hour and 15 minutes, but I think it's very good. I like this side of Batman. There's going to be spoilers. This movie came out, 1993. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. I like this movie. I like how I like kind of how they separate Bruce Wayne, and Batman. I'm sorry. You're distracting me over there. I like how they kind of show Bruce Wayne and Batman. Bruce dealing with the death of his parents, and then his love interest in this movie dealing with the death of her mother. They kind of cling over that. They get together. The love interest disappears, breaks his heart, because whenever he gets together with this girl, he's like, should I be Batman anymore? Because I love her and I want to spend the rest of my life with her. And then he kind of gets that answer because then he never hears from her again. And he just takes that as a sign of, oh, I guess I'm just meant to be Batman. Several years go by and all of these like mob bosses start dying and Batman's being framed for their murders. And so he's kind of like, okay, he's trying to solve this mystery. At the same time, this woman comes back into his life and he's having these feelings for her again. And he's kind of struggling again with that, oh, can I be Batman and love her at the same time? And then you get the plot twist at the end of the movie where she is the Phantasm who's killing all these people.
Wow.
I think it's a very good movie. I think it's very enjoyable. Joker's great. Joker's great. Kevin Conroy's Batman, as always, is great. I don't know, just very enjoyable movie for me.
Yeah. So, this is going to shock a lot of people. My number 9. Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice.
What's your rating?
Somehow I didn't change that. I put it as a 7 out of 10, but it should have been like an 8.
Okay,
so
an 8.
Yeah. My mistake. I said this is a very underrated movie or overhated movie. How this ties directly with like Man of Steel is good. Jesse Eisenberg is okay as Lex Luthor, but the battle between the Man of Steel and Batman is good. I kind of like that where it's Brain with Bruce Wayne and then Bronze of Superman is strong. I think that's cool. Batman is brutal in this movie. And you didn't touch on the warehouse scene, but dude kills people. And it's so brutal, but it's a good scene.
That's not fan though. That's
I know, but it's so it's like, oh my goodness, this guy's brutal. And the scene of like, do you bleed, Superman? Like, I think that's kind of dumb, but it's also kind of interesting. Batman is wild. Not killing each other because your moms are named Martha is also weird. But it's like Martha, and he's like, "Why are you saying Martha? Say your name. Why are you saying that?" It's kind of funny. Having Doomsday as the one who killed Superman is okay, but the plot gets lost to like in the Death of Superman. I've never read that comic, and so like I get where they're trying to go, but it's okay. Still not a fan of Amy Adams' Lois Lane.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the same in all the movies. Wonder Woman is good, so yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe you like that more than Zack Snyder's Justice League. Okay. Moving in to number 8 on my list. With another 8 out of 10. Some people might think this is a little low. Superman. Christopher Reeves. Original Superman. Number 8 on my list. 8 out of 10. I think it is a good movie. Christopher Reeves is obviously regarded as the best Superman. I think David Cornsweet has a chance if he keeps delivering to get better, to be better. I think it's a good movie. I think it is a little bit remembered by nostalgia.
Yeah.
Which isn't everything. In 30 years' time, I'm gonna be like, oh, we love Empire Strikes Back, and my grandkids are gonna be like, it's such an old movie. Ew.
Yeah, I like Rise of Skywalker.
So I think kind of everything eventually falls into that category. But you can clearly see the CGI, which again was good for its time, but again, this was 1978 we're talking about. This was the year my freaking mom was born. So but yeah, it's a good movie. He's a good Superman. Lex Luthor's great.
Yeah.
That's where I'll leave it.
Yeah.
Some people are probably going to think I should have it at a 9, but it's an 8 for me.
Just going to get heated up in here. As an 8 out of 10. As number 7 on my list.
We're at number 8.
Oh, number 8. As number 8 on my list with an 8 out of 10. I have Batman Forever. Now, as Dan said, like, we then grew later into Christopher Nolan's, but as a kid, like, I watched Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney. I watched that, and I'm one of those guys that actually enjoy this film. I said everyone gives this movie a bad rap since Michael Keaton did not return for Batman and Tim Burton did not direct, but Val Kilmer did an amazing job as Batman. One of my favorite Batman actors who played Batman. Robin Williams would have done an amazing job as Riddler, but Jim Carrey made the Riddler funny. Billy D. Williams would have played an excellent Two-Face, but Tommy Lee Jones did all right.
No. No, he did not.
Chris O'Donnell brought Robin into a new face after Burt Ward's 66 Robin. I love Batman / Bruce Wayne's love interest, Dr. Chase Meridian, Nicole Kidman, is a good duality to Bruce's light side and Batman's darker side. She's a good choice after Vicky Vale and Catwoman from the 2 previous movies. Joe Schumacher did an okay job at directing. So as an 8 out of 10 on an 8 out of 10, I have Batman Forever.
I'm not taking the rage bait. I'm not even going to respond to that. Okay.
Good self-control.
Number 7. You're testing me here, buddy.
That's my job on this podcast.
I was going to say nothing. I was going to say nothing the whole time. But then you had to tell me that Jim Carrey was a good Riddler and Tommy Lee Jones was a good Two-Face. Okay, moving on. Number 7. 8 out of 10 on my list. I have the 1989 Batman.
Ooh.
I think this is a good movie.
Mhm.
I think before the Dark Knight trilogy, this was the standard for Batman. Michael Keaton is awesome. He is tied for my most favorite Batman. It's him and Christian Bale. I like different elements of both of them, but I think they're pretty much tied for me. Depending on the day, I could say I like one or the other more. But this is a really good movie. The Joker, very good in this movie. I like the origin. I like the storytelling. I know that there was that really old Batman movie like he's talking about with Adam West, but this was really the first time that we got to see like the comic booky man like come to life in live action. And it's nostalgic for me. It's an 8 out of 10. I can't quite put it at a 9 out of 10 just because, again, it's an older movie and it has some of the production problems that a lot of older movies have, specifically action movies that have horrible CGI. But it's an 8 out of 10, number 7 on my list. Enjoyable film.
This is also going to rage bait you. As number 7 on my list with an 8 out of 10, I have Shazam. Editor, put the computer spinny wheel on Dan. Just put that on. I said I definitely think this movie gets too much hate. I loved it. Solid comedic and at times serious film. Mark Strong is a good villain as Dr. Sivana, and how this sets up the DCEU is cool with Henry Cavill's Superman. Zachary Levi is great as Shazam and is top notch.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think he's really good.
Love Freddie and Billy's relationship and Mr. Sparklefingers. That was kind of funny with Shazam's first name. Sure, the end credit with Mr. Mind, the caterpillar,
Mhm.
and Dr. Savannah didn't get past the first movie, but overall, it's a solid film. I actually really enjoyed this film. It was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have anything to say?
I'm having self-control.
Oh yeah, good job.
The past two movies I could spend, combined from your past two rankings, I could spend 10 minutes on it, but I'm not.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, number 6, my first 9 out of 10 on this list. I have The Dark Knight Rises. Well, I give it a 9 out of 10. What do you want me to give it?
I copied you. Never
Oh,
mind.
okay.
No,
Okay.
no, I did. Well, almost. Never mind. Just continue.
I thought you were mad at me at first. I was like,
A little bit.
oh,
Just out.
that's
Just
a 9
wait.
out of 10.
Hold on. Just wait.
Okay.
Just continue.
Dark Knight Rises. Oh, this movie gets a lot of hate from some people. I think Tom Hardy's great as Bane.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Bale, as always, is great as Batman.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway, I don't really like. Maybe it's just me, but I don't really like a lot of the Catwoman from the first Batman, Batman, the second one.
Returns.
Sorry, Batman Returns. From that, and then from the Catwoman movie, which I don't remember enough to include in this list. No, I remember one. You haven't seen it yet. Anne Hathaway, I think, is probably the best of the bunch, but
Yeah.
I don't think
Over
she's.
Zoe.
I don't think
Kravitz?
she's great. Yeah, I think I like Anne Hathaway a little bit
Okay.
better.
Okay.
Design wise.
Design-wise, yeah. Anyways.
Sorry. Good movie though. I like the plot of like Batman has kind of given up being Batman and he has to like build himself back up to defeat this villain that is on like the same level as him. Like Bane is as strong as him and is as smart as him. And I like that.
Mhm.
I like the whole plot of the city's kind of locked down and there's a bomb and it's all gonna explode and it's all gonna go to crap. And the sacrifice
Yeah.
that Batman makes at the end of the movie, everybody thinks he's dead. And the ending of this movie is peak for me
Yeah.
when he's sitting at that restaurant and Alfred just looks over and they make eye contact and Alfred knows that he's okay. And Alfred doesn't even go up to him and say a word because he's like, Alfred is like, he's living the life that I've always wanted him to live now. And I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
And I love that because this whole trilogy, you see Alfred wanting him to have a life.
Yeah.
And he finally has it. And Alfred's like, not even going to talk to him. We acknowledge each other. I know that he's good now.
Yeah.
And that's perfect
Yeah.
way to end it. And I love the ending of this film. 9 out of 10 for me.
As what are we on? 6?
Yes.
Okay. I've got Batman '89.
Okay.
As a 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I think that after rewatching this was like months, maybe years ago. After rewatching this is not the worst Batman movie. Michael Keaton plays Batman really well. And Jack Nicholson plays a really good Joker.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. Danny Elfman does wonderful with this score. From the opening title card to the ending, I think it is fantastic. And it is rememberable. And sure, there is some campiness to this. There's a little bit of campiness, but it is a solid movie overall. I think, as you said, I mean, sure, I don't like how they killed off Joker.
Yeah.
I don't really love that. But it's understandable. But but yeah, as number 6 on my list.
Really quickly, another opinion. Killing Joker is the reason the future movies in this saga
Yeah.
didn't really have success.
Yeah.
Because you can't bring Joker back. Joker's dead.
No, yeah.
If they were able to bring Joker back, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe something could
I
have
feel like they were kind of limited.
Yeah, and just like I mean Jack Nicholson is great. And what you said, the origins, you don't need a sappy comedic movie or a killer. I mean, as Joker, Joaquin Phoenix, I think this one, you see him as a mobster or criminal. He Jack Napier kills Bruce's parents. That makes Batman or Bruce Wayne Batman. Then Batman in Ace Chemicals drops him into the bad chemicals makes him Joker. So each make each other, and
Yeah.
that's great. That's a solid origin for Batman and Joker.
Yeah.
They're both tied to each other because they both created each other.
Yeah.
And so I really like that. I love Alfred. I think it is a solid movie for the first Batman movie.
Mhm.
It was good.
All right, we're getting into our top 5. Number 5, with another 9 out of 10. This is my final animated movie included on this list.
Yeah.
I have Batman Under the Red Hood. This is top tier Batman. This can go toe to toe with any live action Batman for me. And I know you haven't seen it,
I haven't seen it.
but the whole story of Robin just getting brutally beaten by the Joker and dying, and Batman thinking that he's dead. And then we come to find out that Ra's al Ghul resurrects Robin and like tries to use Robin. Doesn't work. Robin runs off. And then Robin becomes the Red Hood. So throughout this movie, Batman is fighting the Red Hood, doesn't know who he is, and then it's revealed that it's Robin. And then at the end of the movie, they've got to work together. They got to work together. And at the same time, it's kind of Batman being like, no, you don't have to do it this way. You don't have to kill.
Yeah.
You are becoming the villain.
Yeah.
But he's been through so much trauma and so much pain that he doesn't even care. Joker in this movie is good. I like Mark Hamill's Joker better. I like Kevin Conroy's Batman better. The fact that the two of them aren't in this is a little but I still think it's good. Yeah, I like the storyline. The plot's very good. The voice acting is very good for the most part. So it's a 9 out of 10 for me.
As the next 4 films for me are my first 9 out of 10 films, and these from 2 to 5 can go either way. But I thought you were gonna put something else as number 2, so that's what I did. But for 5 as a 9 out of 10, I got Batman Begins,
Okay.
Christopher Nolan's start of the trilogy. I said great origin story for Batman. The tone, action, and other theme / feel of the movie is there. This is a Batman movie. Batman's dark. He's got his origins. He's using they use some word and I don't even know, but it's a symbol. So Batman's fear was bats. So he's using being a bat and striking fear into criminals' hearts. I love that. And Scarecrow is great. I love Cillian Murphy. He's fantastic. I feel like over the next 2 films, he does get a little bit worse, but I think he's a solid Scarecrow.
Yeah.
And Bruce struggling with anger and grief. I mean, with the death of his parents, and then he almost kills Carmine Falcone. He almost kills him, and Rachel's like, "Your parents should be ashamed of you." That's great. I love the lines in this movie. Bruce, why do we fall? So we can pick ourselves back up. And then there was one I couldn't remember how Alfred put it, but it was like, what is the point of all those push-ups if you can't lift a bloody log? And like Wayne Manor's fallen is burning up.
Yeah.
And Bruce is strapped and he does all these push-ups and Alfred's like, why are you doing all these push-ups if you can't lift this bloody log? I think it's great. And so like Carmine is in the car and he's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Batman. And like that's the first I'm Batman, and it's fantastic. And then the Scarecrow lights Bruce on fire. He's like, you need to lighten up. And then he lights him on fire, and it's just an awesome scene. Batman then proceeds to catch on fire. And just he lays still in the rain. And the cinematics in this movie is awesome. I also love Liam Neeson. He's great as Ra's al Ghul.
Oh yeah.
And Gary Oldman, I love him as Jim Gordon. It's either in this or The Dark Knight, or even The Dark Knight Rises. It shows him as like a young pop, and he takes in Bruce Wayne. And he's like, it's gonna be all right. I love that dynamic between them.
Yeah.
And music is peak. So yeah, as 5 on my list, Batman Begins.
All right. Number 4 on my list with a 9 out of 10, I have Batman Begins.
Wow.
Again, a lot of what he said, very good movie. I think this is the perfect origin movie for Batman. I love he leaves Gotham for a little while. He trains with the League of Shadows. I love all of that. He comes back to Gotham. He thinks that Ra's al Ghul has the same vision for fixing Gotham as he has, but then he realizes that Ra's al Ghul just wants to do away with Gotham.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, that's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
So he thinks he defeats him.
Yeah.
And then he goes back to Gotham.
Yeah.
Scarecrow, like you said, very good villain.
Yeah.
I think I like Rachel better in this movie than The Dark Knight, right? The Dark Knight.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember, or I don't know why they recast her in The Dark Knight.
They recasted her?
Yeah, it's a different actress.
Oh, they look really similar.
No, it's a different actress.
Mhm.
I like her better in this movie. I think
Okay.
she's a little bit annoying in the second movie.
Mhm.
But yeah, very solid origin movie. The last origin that we've gotten for Batman, and I think that's a good thing because it's a very good origin
Yeah.
with Affleck's Batman and now Pattinson's Batman. We don't need to see the origin again. We know Batman. Just get on with the story.
Yeah.
But this is the last origin movie that we've gotten for Batman, and it is the peak origin movie for Batman.
Oh, I did want to one last thing for mine as we get into 4s and 3s and whatever. I like the homeless guy, and Bruce gives him his coat, and then as Batman, after he says he's Batman, he looks at the homeless guy and he's like, nice coat. And and homeless guy was like, thanks. I love that. And what you said was Ra's al Ghul's vision. When he trains, Ra's wants him to be an executioner.
Mm-hmm.
What I saw online, there's a difference between not killing people, but like disarming the enemies, and an executioner. I mean, he's not killing the enemies.
Mhm.
He's getting them not harmful,
Yeah.
and he doesn't kill them. The executioner is that guy that was in the League's palace, and he's weaponless, and he's already defeated.
Yeah.
If he's not defeated, yeah, it kind of makes sense to disarm him and everything. But the guy is just, he's there, and that's being an executioner.
Yeah.
You're taking somebody's life. That's not Batman.
Yeah.
And so that's what I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4 on your list.
I just saw this movie again for the second time. This is my second time. I saw this movie a year ago as a 9 out of 10, or it says I put it as an 8. Anyways, we'll say 9 out of 10. I've got James Gunn's Superman movie as 4 on my list. I said better the second time around.
Yeah.
Man, this is what Superman is supposed to be. Grounded with some elements of grief, hurt, and anger, but still is the light. Love Cavill Superman, but this one was good. I love Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, and you hate Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
This guy is mean. This guy like kills someone
For no reason
for
at
no
all.
reason, and then he plays Russian roulette. First bullet is nothing, and then the second one it's a bullet, and he's like, that was quicker than I expected.
Let me ask you, did that shock you in the movie theater?
Yeah.
Because we saw that
Yeah.
together.
Yeah,
When I saw that, the first one didn't go off, and then he's like, oh, we'll try
let's
that
try
again.
again.
When that bullet went out the chamber, I was like, my jaw dropped in my seat.
I was like, ain't no
whoa.
way this happened.
It was like, whoa.
A bullet in a 5-round revolver goes off the second time.
Yeah.
I mean, what odds are that?
1 in 5.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, that was peak. I love the ending where it was like 1A, 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 and it's like, oh my goodness, this guy sucks. And then he just gets mauled by Crypto,
Yeah.
and he's still alive. He's got like cuts everywhere, and he's like, oh my gosh. But I love Mr. Terrific. He was. I want to say he was another superhero that got wasted, and then he's now Mr. Terrific. I don't know what role he was in before. I'll look that up.
Who's
later.
the actor? Do you know that?
No, so I don't.
Okay, hang on.
But he'll look that up as I
Yep,
keep
that's his
talking.
name. Oh, he is. Oh, what's the guy's name? Hang on. I'm getting it. Keep talking.
Mr. Terrific is funny as heck, and he stands in front of the computer, and the guy's like, "Do you need any help?" And he's like, "I'm freaking Mr. Terrific," and I love that scene. And this is one of the best relationships between Lois Lane and Superman. I love the relationship between them, and it's so great. It's great, and man, this is peak. Sure, some hot girl scenes are but I mean, I think as a first movie, this is one of the first in the new DC universe. I think this was great, and as it gets better, as the universe expands, this will probably be maybe still a top tier, maybe mid tier movie if the next movies are good.
Yeah.
And David Cornsweet is great as Superman, and I hope he gets better over the time because I hate for him to be good in this one and then just die out as Superman where he's not Superman.
I will say, in the parts of Supergirl he was in, he was great. So
Was he better than this one? Okay, that's what I want. But yeah, anyways, very solid movie for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, who's that guy?
He was the character's name's Darwin. So,
Okay.
but he was in X-Men First Class. He's one of the mutants that gets killed off when he gets
I
introduced.
forgot. Yeah, I was like, and we're gonna cover X-Men at some
And
point.
his actor was complaining about that because he was like, I was told I was going to be like a big part of the X-Men universe, and they killed me off like 10 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, that dude was great, and I forgot. Yeah, because he was in a movie, in a Superman movie or a superhero movie,
Yeah.
got wasted.
Yeah.
And then this role is much better. So, anyways, that's that guy. Anyways,
Number 3, 9 out of 10, Superman from
All right.
last year.
Yeah.
Very good movie. My favorite live action adaptation of Superman. I think James Gunn cooked with this. I love David Cornsweet. Like I said, and Supergirl, he gets even better. There's a scene at the end of Supergirl and I'm not going to spoil what happens, but Supergirl does end up coming back to Earth, and there's a moment between Supergirl and him, and it's great. And that is the scene that I'm talking about. Whenever you see Supergirl, that's the scene where I'm like, yeah, he got better.
Yeah.
But he's great. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for Man of Tomorrow next year. I love just how fun this universe is.
Yeah.
Now, like you were talking with Batman and Robin and Batman Forever, that they were trying to make the universes very lively. It didn't work for me, but in this movie, it works for me.
Because Superman is supposed to be.
Yes, it's Metropolis is very comic booky, and I love that. Lex Luthor, I love Nicholas Holt's rendition of him. If you hate a villain, like Logan was saying, if you hate a villain from your seat watching a movie, that's how you know that he's awesome. That actor did great. Overall, it can't be a perfect 10 out of 10 for me because I feel like it was a little bit of a weirdly paced movie.
Yeah.
I feel like some of the transitions from scene to scene didn't really work that well. I do like how they introduced some of the side characters and Guy Gardner and Hawk Girl and Mr. Terrific. There's going to be even more side character introductions. I think Wonder Woman's supposed to be in Man of Tomorrow. So I do like how they're using these Superman movies to kind of build out the universe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a great movie. 9 out of 10, number 3 on my list.
And I just rewatched this Monday, a little bit on Tuesday.
Okay.
Actually, it's a 2-hour and 56 movie. So I watched 2 hours and 6 minutes on Monday and then 50 minutes on Tuesday. But for my third spot as a 9 out of 10, I'd have The Batman. This one is as I say, some movies get worse as you rewatch it. Some movies get better, and this is a movie that gets better. I love it the second time. The Batman is good, and it's as dark as Batman, or it's this. Robert Pattinson is as dark as Christian Bale and Ben Affleck. I think it's a good mix between the two. Just that scene, it's an opening scene, but it's Batman, and he stands in the subway, and you just hear his boots,
Mm.
and it's just thomp, 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 and it's just the guys, and he's like, "Who are you?" And he doesn't say, "I'm Batman." He says, "I'm Vengeance,"
Mm.
and he just goes, he hits him, but he doesn't stop. He just and he just hits him like 10 times, and this happens over the movie, over the course of the movie with different people. He just hits the guy and doesn't care.
Yeah.
The Catwoman story is decent. I still think it's a little bit clunky or just weird at times, but it is decent. But Paul Dano as the Riddler is good.
Yeah.
And you might talk about this. He is too dark, but it does make sense.
It works for the movie that it is.
But for the tone of the movie, if you put Paul Dano in Batman Forever, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
But in this one, it does make sense. And in the opening with the duct tape, and then he just kills him, and then it's just it's fantastic. I love Colin Farrell as Penguin. I think it's good, and I haven't seen the Penguin TV show, but hopefully he's better in that.
Yeah.
But it is, I love that. Hopefully, in the Batman Part 2, we get to see more of Bruce Wayne being Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Because in this one, I feel like Robert Pattinson did so great as Batman, but as Bruce Wayne, he's
it overshadowed Bruce.
yeah, and he's quiet, or he doesn't. He's not Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne is a billionaire. He's out there. He's sure he could be quiet at times, but he's out there. He's buying banks. He's doing everything that he wants because he's Batman.
Yeah.
And so it's very interesting. I love Andy Serkis as Alfred. He's good. He's kind of up there with Jeremy Irons as Alfred from the DCEU. But Barry Keoghan,
Yeah.
whatever.
Barry Keoghan. Yeah.
Barry Keoghan as the Joker. As in the credits, it's unnamed Arkham patient, but you know he's the Joker. Him making friends with the Riddler,
Yeah.
and just at the end, Riddler just laughing with him. I think that's kind of sets it up.
Okay. To me, and I'll talk about the Batman when I get to it. I have 2 and 1 left. You'll see where it is on my list. For me, introduction of Joker, introducing himself to Riddler. He does it with a riddle.
He does.
Did you notice that?
Yeah. Second time around, I noticed that.
So I mean, I liked that. I thought that was.
And
really
so yeah, sure, we didn't get to see the cosmetics and how he looks.
There's a deleted scene where you do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. But I think I know, and you said that for Batman Part 2. I know he's not going to be a key player for Batman Part 2, but whenever we get Batman Part 3,
Or if he's in the very end of part 2 to set up part 3.
Yeah. I think I have high hopes for him.
Yeah.
Not as good as some other guy that we know. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I think he could be up there as a good Joker. So I'm excited for that. But as a 9 out of 10, number 3, the Batman.
Number 2 with 9 out of 10. I have the Batman. So let's go. So first I want to start off with amazing movie. This is the first Batman movie where we get to see Batman as a detective. And it is heat. It is awesome. Getting to see him solve the Riddler's clues. And then after the Riddler goes to jail, so I'm jumping forward a little bit. After the Riddler goes to Arkham, he's in the apartment, looking through the apartment, doesn't discover what's going on. Goes to the jail to visit Riddler. Riddler's like, wait, you didn't find it? He goes back to the apartment. He's searching. The cop there's like, oh yeah, that's a carpet tool. The pieces start, you can see the pieces click in his mind. You can see the puzzle pieces go together, and he rips the carpet up. And they're watching the video about the bombs,
Yeah.
and then boom, all the bombs go off. We have not seen a Batman movie. We got close with The Dark Knight Rises,
Yeah.
but we have not seen a Batman movie where the scale of an event is that big. We saw The Dark Knight Rises where Bane had that bomb, but it gets disarmed.
Yeah.
Or Batman flies it off into the ocean. We have not seen a Batman movie where it genuinely feels like Batman loses.
Mm-hmm.
And when the bombs go off in this movie, I rewatched this yesterday. The first time I saw this in theaters, it was like, oh my gosh, Batman lost.
Whoa.
Like, what?
But there's an hour left. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, how are they gonna finish this movie off? They surely can't finish it with Batman loses, Riddler wins. And that's kind of how the movie ends.
Yeah.
And Batman defeats the thugs that Riddler has recruited from the internet. And even though it kind of feels like Riddler won in the end and Riddler outsmarted Batman, you get to see Batman as the symbol of hope for Gotham.
Yes.
And when he's lighting the flare and walking through the water
that was good.
and leading people to the rooftop.
That was peak.
It's peak. It's peak Batman. I'm going to give a really hot take.
Okay.
And I believe this. This isn't just me spewing crap to get ratings on the internet. This movie is the best plot for a Batman movie we've ever gotten.
Ooh, yeah.
This movie, plot-wise, is a better plot than The Dark Knight, which I have ahead of it. Spoiler, but I mean, you know that because I haven't given The Dark Knight yet, and there's only one movie left. But I have The Dark Knight at 1. Spoiler. This movie is a better movie than The Dark Knight. The reason I can't put it above The Dark Knight is because of what Logan said. There's no Bruce Wayne in this movie. And to me, Christian Bale does the perfect job at balancing Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Yeah.
To me, in this movie, in the scenes we get to see Bruce Wayne, they're the same character. Yeah. Batman and Bruce Wayne are the same thing. And to me, Bruce Wayne is this billionaire. He's involved with the community. He's kind of cocky and arrogant. And in this movie, he's just kind of a shy, goth kid.
Yeah.
And I know this is a very young Batman, but...
Year 2 Batman? Year 2.
But to me, that is the only reason this movie can't be above The Dark Knight for me. But movie-wise, plot-wise, this is the best plot of a Batman movie I think we've ever gotten. The stakes are really high. We get to see the detective side of things. I love seeing the mob bosses in this movie. That is something we did not get to see as much in former Batman movies. Getting to see Falcone and his criminal underworld, and getting to see the Penguin. And that's one thing that I'm curious about what they do with future movies. They killed Falcone.
Yeah.
In the first movie. And I'm like, is the Penguin going to kind of take over the criminal underworld?
And I think that's what happens with the show. Yeah, and that's what I hate.
I haven't seen the show.
Neither.
But, yeah, they killed Falcone. So I'm like, is the Penguin just going to be the big mob boss now? Or because I loved Falcone in this movie. And how you were saying you were a little iffy on the Catwoman story. I love how they made her Falcone's daughter.
Yeah.
And how they did that storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just makes the pieces of this story click. And the beginning of the movie, the thing I love about this movie is you are sitting there and you get to be the detective with Batman.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there trying to figure things out as this movie's going.
Yeah.
The first time you watch it, of course. On rewatch, you can't.
Yeah.
But the first time you watch this, you're sitting there as Batman's trying to figure stuff out. You're trying to figure stuff out. And you're in your head theorizing, okay, it's this, it's this, it's this. And then you're wrong. And then...
Yeah.
I like that about this movie. And then here is something that I have an interesting take on.
What?
And I think it would work really well in this universe because of how dark and gritty this kind of Gotham is. The Batman 2 is going to be a Harvey Dent type storyline. I think they're doing Two-Face. And
I think wintertime as well.
It's set in the winter.
Nice.
I'm not sure if we're getting Freeze or not. He might be a little too fantastical for this universe, so they might not use him. Because it seems like they're trying to stick very grounded.
Yep.
But it would be a really cool story. But we'll see. The Batman Part 3, the way that I would introduce the Joker in this universe is in the Batman Part 3. Make an Arkham Asylum movie.
Yeah.
Because Joker's already locked up in Arkham.
Mm-hmm.
Riddler's already locked up in Arkham. After this movie, I assume Two-Face is going to be locked up in Arkham. If you did the Batman Part 3 as an Arkham Asylum movie...
Just like the game, I think that would be good.
You could tease it at the end of the movie by, like, maybe Batman gets, like, Jim Gordon meets with Batman and he's like, Arkham's been taken over. Or, like, or maybe the last scene you get to see Joker, like, killing the... guards in Arkham, and that leaves it as a cliffhanger for the Batman Part 3. I think this universe specifically, an Arkham Asylum type movie where Joker takes over Arkham, It would work very well in this movie, and I would be fine waiting till the third movie to see
Yeah.
Joker if that's the direction they
If
went.
they,
I think that would be awesome. So that's my take on the Batman Part 2.
I got
I
one
love
more
it.
thought. I'm sorry, we're spending like 10 minutes talking about the Batman.
It's a good.
But where you said the detective side, I love the scene where he like pushes the table out of the way. He writes the sins of my father. He writes the DA and just pieces the puzzles together and tries to like figure it out.
Yeah.
I love that. And it's just I hate how Alfred got put in the hospital because it's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But I did really like this movie. For my 2,
Okay.
there's only 2 options left.
I know what it is.
Yeah,
But
you
go
know what
ahead.
it is. As a 9 out of 10, I thought you were going to put this as 2, but I was wrong. I've got The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
Now, as I said, the 2 through 5 could interchange. Sometimes it's Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Right now, it's Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
Like you said, I love it. Is a great movie. End of the Nolan trilogy.
Yeah.
I wish we got more of Nolan's universe, but we didn't. But Tom Hardy as Bane makes Batman and Robin a low tier movie because Bane was not a good villain in there. Bane is great. Dude, I love. What is my phone doing? I don't know. I love the quotes that he's like, you think darkness is your ally, but you were merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. And then it's the opening scene, and he's like, no one cared who I was before I put on the mask. And the guy's like, if I pull that off, will you die or get hurt? And he's like, it would be extremely uncomfortable. And he's like, you're a big guy, and he's like, for you. And so it's Bane is good. If Bane was the only villain in this movie, I think it'd be like up there.
Can I tell you why I'm surprised you put this at 2?
Why?
You hate Talia. And I thought that would get there a little bit for you.
I was gonna touch on that. But Batman, I love the You talk about this a lot, but the Batman back-breaking scene in the pit, the Dark Knight. I mean, it doesn't make sense how in like 6 months the guy can walk again.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. But dude just is one of the first guys to get out of the pit. Yeah. Yes, we talk about Talia and Bane, but Batman gets out of the pit. That is what Batman is. He screws up or he gets hurt, but he rises out of that pit. No pun intended.
Hence the title card.
Yeah. But I love that. I think Anne Hathaway is a great Catwoman. I love the design. I love the relationship between him or her and old Bruce Wayne. I think that's cool. The ending is a killer though. Talia was a bad villain, and I wish she got more screen time or better writing for that, because it doesn't make sense about the bomb and just her dad and everything. I don't get it, and it sucks because she's like, then she dies in the end, and you're like, what the fart? This wasn't good. But I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt, how that set him up as a new hero in Gotham, whether that's Robin or a new Batman or something. That cliffhangered it. I love how he discovered the cave and he's like, oh my goodness, this is great. And I love Bruce Wayne's ending. There were talks about how Bruce Wayne didn't put it on autopilot and he actually died, and this is just Alfred's fantasy. I don't like that. I think either he off camera jumps out of the plane before it explodes, or somehow he put it on autopilot. I don't know. But I love how that brings comfort to Alfred because he looks over. There's the 3 graves. There's Thomas and Martha, and then Bruce Wayne. Yeah. And he talks to Thomas and Martha, and he's like, I failed. Like, he's dead. Yeah. It's horrible. But then he's in the cafe, and he looks, and they make eye contact. And he's like, this guy's okay. Yeah. He's with Selena Kyle. But he's not Batman. He's not in harm's way. He's just some schmuck. And it's great. Yeah. So I love the ending. But I want to say this at the same time. What rating and what is number 1? 3.
Okay. Well, we have always disagreed on this. Number one is The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, you give it a 10 out of 10, I give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I have a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, so that's where we disagree. Like I said, so I'll go ahead with mine.
Yeah.
Number one, 9 out of 10, Dark Knight. So for me, this is a very good movie, obviously.
Yeah.
Christian Bale is one of my goats for Batman.
Goats.
Heath Ledger, goat for Joker. Rest in peace. Very, very good movie. I like the story. You get bits and pieces of the detective Batman in this movie, nowhere near as much as in the Batman.
No.
But you get to see Joker has this malicious plan and Batman has to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then eventually he does figure it out. Really what makes this movie so good is just Joker is so brutal.
Yeah.
From the very opening scene with the bank robbing.
Bank.
He uses the thugs to help him rob the bank, and then he kills his own thugs. Like, I mean, it is so Joker. Christian Bale's awesome. Joker's awesome. Harvey Dent's okay.
Yeah.
He's just okay. I don't like how they kill him off at the end.
Yeah.
That to me is.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, the hospital scene's peak.
Yeah.
I love the hospital scene.
Yeah.
To me, like I said, this story has flaws, which is why it can't be a 10 out of 10 for me.
Mm.
I do like the story of the Batman better. But the acting in this movie is just so peak, and that levitates it to number one for me. So.
Yeah, I have number one, shocker, Dark Knight, The Dark Knight, as a 10 out of 10. You said you only had like 3 films as a 10 out of 10. This is one of my films that is absolute 10 out of 10. It's that meme where the guy puts up his hands and he's like, absolute cinema. This is it. This is, to me, Batman. Yes, it is more a Joker movie than Batman. But, I mean, you got the great action. What you said, the hospital, the opening scene. I love Christian Bale as Batman. Heath Ledger, rest in peace. Joker is amazing. He's smart. He's calculated. And the mob scene where he steals the mob money and the guy's like, "You're a clown," and he's like, "No, I'm not." And like, don't ever say that again. Because he opens up his jacket and there's a grenade. And he's like, "I'm not a clown. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. You guys think I'm stupid, but I'm like the smartest guy here."
Yeah.
And it's like, it's the best scene. I love Gary Oldman as Commissioner Gordon. I think he's great. I love Aaron Eckhart as Two-Face. Yes, he was a little bit wasted in the end.
Yeah.
Which sucks. But I love how that sets up the 8 months or 8 years for Gotham being fine. Gotham's White Knight is dead, and it's because of Batman. I kind of hate that how they pin Batman.
I do too. That's another reason for me it won't be a 10.
But it's great. I love it. I love Michael Caine as Alfred. I think he's one of the best Alfreds. He's great. He cares for Batman so much. Loved every scene. I said the opening scene is top notch. I mean, you talk about, like, I even listen to it with like my stereos, and I have to turn it down because the music is so loud.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. You've got the window blowing out, and they zip line down to the breaker box. You've got the Volt and the guy with his shoes on, and he's trying to open the safe. But he recruits everybody, and then each is like, you're gonna kill this guy.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna kill this guy. And so it's like it's kind of smart because there's no strings attached. He gets all the money, but then he burns it all.
Yeah.
He burns the giant pile of mobsters' money, and he's like, it's about sending a message.
Mm.
And just the hospital, him hitting the detonator, and it doesn't go off. And he's like, what? So he like clicks it multiple times, and then it blows off, and he's like, oh my goodness. So I love that. And I think the fairy scene is there.
Yeah.
What I saw a theory on, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the bomb and the detonator in the same boat. it would make sense because nobody pushed the buttons,
Mhm.
and if one blew up, he can frame it on the other boat as blowing the other boat up. So it was the same with, there was another scene where he kind of flips, flops
Yeah.
stuff, but it mirrors like, I mean, if you kind of
You killed yourself.
yeah, you blew up your own boat. And I don't like the guy, the citizen putting back the detonator. Like that didn't hit. But the prisoner who threw out the detonator out the door or the window is great. I think if this is a movie, you gave me like Batman media or DC media, and you're like, pick one to watch for the rest of your life. I think Dark Knight would be my film. I love it.
I will say, and I don't know what you think about this. I feel like the ending for the Joker, and I know it's not the ending of the movie because then you got Two-Face and then Two-Face dies. But the ending of the Joker on that big like construction site type thing is a little lackluster for me.
A little bit. Yeah.
I wish there was a bigger like final showdown between Batman and Joker.
Yeah.
Because we never really get to see Batman and Joker fight.
Yeah.
They just kind of keep running into each other, and it's like Batman's trying to figure out Joker's puzzle, like what's his plan.
And then Joker just uses his dogs to get him, and so it doesn't.
Yeah, I just wish there was a bigger like fight between Batman and Joker.
Maybe that's what they wanted to do with either Dark Knight Rises or maybe a future film, is because he's not dead. Joker doesn't die, so he does have a plan somehow. It's just
that's another opportunity. For me. Now that our lists are done, you're finished, right?
Yeah.
I do want to go back to the Batman, which was my number 2 movie, but I forgot to mention something that I really wanted to bring up, and it just clicked in my head.
What?
When you were talking about at the beginning, opening scene of the movie, where you're just punching that dude, and he goes, "I am vengeance." The movie, you get to see his character develop so much, because at the beginning of the movie, that's what he is. He's still angry about his parents' death. He's still just like, I'm going to get these criminals. I am vengeance.
Yeah.
And he uses that as like, our anger, our vengeance can drive us.
Yeah.
Then at the end of the movie, when he sees Riddler thinks that he is vengeance too. And all the Riddler goons think we're vengeance too. And Batman realizes, oh crap, I'm leading a lot of people astray.
Yeah.
And then Batman's like, ideological just it changes by the end of the movie. He's like, okay, vengeance is not the answer. So I really like that part of the Batman as well, and I wanted to include that because I forgot to say that.
I hate how James Gunn and Matt Reeves are so separate, because I feel like this Batman, Pattinson's Batman, as he develops over the movies, he should be good. I think their dynamic between then David Cornsweet's Superman, who is the light, who doesn't, he doesn't, hopefully doesn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
But their dynamic of, this is a dark brooding Batman and a very light Superman.
Yeah.
I think they would work really well together.
I am honestly very concerned for James Gunn's universe. Because, and I liked Supergirl. There's a lot of people saying that the universe is in trouble because of Supergirl. I don't think it's because of Supergirl. I am concerned about it because we mentioned this a little bit earlier. I don't like how he's introducing all of these side characters before he's introducing. Where's your plans for Batman? Where's your plans for a Wonder Woman?
And why
movie?
is he just 50 years old?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make sense between a year 2 Superman.
Yeah, and such a young Superman and such an old Batman.
It doesn't add up. And so I wish...
I'm a little worried about that.
And maybe he's trolling us. Probably not, because he's...
At the same time, I'm actually kind of happy now. I used to think that I wanted Matt Reeves' Batman in the James Gunn universe. I'm happy they're separate now.
Yeah.
Because I want to see a continuation of that Batman story. Yeah. And I think James Gunn would meddle with it and change a lot of things.
And we'll see which trilogy is better, Chris Nolan's or Matt Reeves is. And hopefully he gets his trilogy. If it's duology, just 2 films.
I think they've already started planning on the 3rd, so I think it's going to be 3rd.
We'll see, but I'm very excited.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, guys, that is our final segment of the video.
Yeah.
If you liked it, be sure to
Yeah.
leave a like. Be sure to subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you're on YouTube. If you're listening from Spotify, be sure to
Yeah.
hit that follow button. Spotify now has an option where you can leave comments. So comment on YouTube, comment on
Yeah.
Spotify. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with?
Yeah.
Give us suggestions for future episodes.
Yeah.
Next episode, we're wrapping up our superhero rankings with the X-Men films.
X-Men.
So we've done Spider-Man, we've done MCU, we've done DC. We're wrapping it up with X-Men.
Yeah.
So that's going to be part of next week's
Yeah.
episode. Any suggestions, leave it down below as we're planning for future episodes. Brand New Day is less than a month away now, so we will have our Brand New Day review of an episode
Yeah.
here coming up pretty soon. Just be sure to stay tuned, share it with your friends. Anyway, thanks for watching,
Yeah.
guys, and we will see you later.
Yeah, check out. I'm doing Spider-Man. Slowly working my way through Spider-Man. It is a slow process, so we should speed it up pretty soon. That comes out Saturdays at 8 a.m.
Yep.
And then I do some live streams of Battlefront 2. Haven't started one yet this week, so we should do another one. But yeah, tune in on that. And yeah, that's all for me.
All right, so we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.